Welcome to TechBrothersIT. In this video, we are going to be working with the struct types and nested fields in the PySpark. We are going to take a look on different functions such as getField that will access the specified field from a struct column. Think of like accessing an attribute of an object. Then we are going to use the getItems that will be used to access a specified field from a struct column using a dictionary-like syntax or like index for arrays. Now then we will be using a withField, add or update a field within a struct column, allow you to modify nested data. And then finally we will take a look on the dropFields, remove one or more fields from struct column, useful for cleaning or restructuring the nested data. So we'll take a look on each of the function. Here we have a sample data, and you can see that I have ID here, and here is my struct type data type. So see right there we have this first is equal to Ahmed, last equal to Shehzad, and then we have another column here that's a country. So this is the data on which we are going to apply all those functions right there. So this is our struct type data right here in this sample data. Now we are creating a schema here, and you can see that in schema I have ID integer, then full name, and the type of this full name is going to be struct, and then I have a first and that's my first name, and then it's a string type. Then I have second, that's a last name, and then I also type string. So this is my struct type data right there for my column called full name. And then I have country, that's a string, so that's a normal column. This is the more important because that's where we are going to apply all those functions. Here I'm creating this data frame, and if you will see, we are using spark.create data frame, and here using sample data, and then for schema we are using this schema that we have defined right here. Now our data frame will be created, then we are saying df.show to see the data frame results, and then df.print schema is going to give us the schema about our data frame. Now I'm going to go ahead and execute this so you can see our data frame and also see the schema of that data frame. So here is our original data frame with the nested struct, and you can see that we have ID, normal column, and here is our full name, and you can see this struct type data here. We have Amir and Shehzad, then we have Ali and Raza, and Lisa and Brown. So that's the first name and last name, and here's country, normal column. And if you take a look on the print schema, that's where you are going to see like ID is integer, null label true, yes, and full name is struct type, and null label true, yes, it can be null as well. We have a first, that's the different members of this struct type right there. Then we have last, and then also that's a string, and then we have country, that's not part of struct but a normal column. So you see right there. Now what we are going to do, we are going to do some actions on them, and we are going to get field. So let's say I'm accessing first or last name, and I need to show that in my output. How I will do that? So I can use select here, say df.select data frame, that's original data frame, then use the selector, and here I will say column, full name. So that's the name of my column. Remember that here when we created this schema, we provide this name right here. So that's the name of the column. And then I said get field. So in this case, I'm getting a field. Which field I would like to get the first. So right here, remember, that's our first field. And then alias, I said first name. So I am aliasing this first as the first name. Then I'm going to go for second or second field, that's the last name. So I'm saying column, and then providing the struct type column, the full name of that one is a full name, and then I'm saying get field. So get field from this column, and what I want to get, I want to get the last. So I want to get last field from here, and the alias as the last name, and then a country is outside of this part, so it doesn't really matter. This is very simple, like I want the country, and that's a separate column. So then I will say dot show. Now it's gonna show me the data, so it's gonna show me my first name, last name, and country. So you see that now it has taken that first and convert into the first name column, and taken last and convert to the last name column right here. So this is how you will get the different fields from struct type, and then see in the select query or maybe wherever you want to use them. So you will use column, then say actual column name of that struct type, then get field, and then provide which field you want to get out of it, and then you can use the alias if you like. If you don't like the alias, you can remove this part, and that should be fine as well. So in this case, if I will remove it, rerun it, so it's gonna be just fine, and it's gonna say first. So you see right there we have a right there, see, that's what it is showing us. So it is shown full name dot first, so that's how it will display. It will show that the actual column name of struct type, and then show the member from there or a field from there that we have selected. But alias really helps you know, to kind of have a more clean data here, or clean naming convention. Now let's go to the get item. That's also kind of the same thing that we have done above, getting the different fields from the struct type. So here is a df data frame dot select. So what I would like to select, so column, and then you provide the full column name here. That's the name of your struct column type. Then say get item, and then in the item you will say first. Here you will say get field, and then providing the whatever the field, here you say the first item. So that's pretty much same, and then dot alias, and then you can say first name item or whatever the name you want to give, and the same thing, first column, and then you will say full name. So that's your struct column type right there. That's we have in our original data frame. Then get item, but you want to get out of this full name, and that's the last item or field we want to get, and then we alias is the last name item, and then country is a separate column, so we can use that. So this is pretty much the same what you have seen on top of it, that just a different function to display you the data. So here you see that we have first name came as the first name item, and then we have last name coming as the last name item from the struct type, and here is our country. So let's say if you want to add a new nested field, you can do that. In case we have we are creating a new data frame here called df with middle, and then we are saying df, so our original data frame that we have created on top with column, and then remember that we have a full name as that's the column for our struct data type. We would like to display that one right there, and then what we are going to do, we are going to say column full name dot with the field. So here what we are doing, we are adding a new column, a new field or new item in the struct type called middle, and then here I am providing a constant value. So okay, so I did the IA, or say a middle, I'm gonna just say middle name, okay, just to make it more clear for you guys. So I'm putting this constant type of value as the middle name for this full name struct type. So we are adding that, and then once that's added, then I'm just selecting df with the middle, then I say select id, and then guess what, select the full name, and now this full name should have this part added to it. So as we are adding this middle to it, now then we can get the country and then show, and then also we can print the schema. So you will see middle is also added as a part of schema. So let me print this out, and you can see right there. So you see that adding a full name dot middle field using a with field. So by using with field, we were able to use the middle name. See right there, that's the middle name I have added right there. So here is the schema, and you can take a look. We have id as integer and full name as a struct type, and this nullable, yes, true, and then you have fields, the first, last, and then middle that we just added by using with field function. So you can make changes to your struct type, add a new column, a new field if you like, and then country is just another column there. Now as we have just added the value in the this struct type, or added a field in struct type, you can also remove the field if you want. So to remove a field from struct type, but you will use you will drop fields. So we are creating a new data frame. Here's df dropped, df with middle, so this one has the middle name field, and then say with column, and here is the full name, and then here we are saying column full name dot drop, and say last. In this case I'm actually dropping the last field, I'm not dropping the middle, just to kind of test. I can drop the middle if you want, but I'm just dropping the last. So now if you run it, this is going to drop the last field, and then we will left with first and middle. Now here is the df drop dot select, so I'm asking, hey, I'm going to go select id, full name and country, and then show me that records. And here I am printing the schema. So if you see that drop field right here, so we have dropped the last field, and now we are left with the first and middle fields here for the struct type, where we have full name. And then if you take a look on the schema, you have ID that will stay as is. We didn't do anything with ID. With the full name, we have struct type. Yes, that's correct. We have a first, and then we have middle, because we have dropped the last right there. Okay, so this is how you can add or drop different fields from the struct type by using these functions, such as drop fields, or by you can use withField to add, and then use the drop field to drop. And also you can use the getField or getItem to get different fields from the struct type for your display, or wherever you want to write to different data frames. I thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel, and I will put this script in the description so you can use from there.